Hi everyone, I'm Simone and in this video I would like to talk about blending. So there are a lot of different tools that can be used as a blender, but today I just want to talk about 5 of them. These 5 tools are definitely the most useful, the easiest to use and definitely the less expensive. Personally, I use these tools in all of my works and I think that are fundamental if you want to reach a good level of realism. As you can see, I choose the 4 different mediums to blend: a graphite pencil, a charcoal pencil and 2 carbon pencils. So let's start from the first one. I'll use a Staedtler Mars Lumograph 5B graphite pencil. I choose the soft one because it's far way more easy to blend compared to another one. I'll not talk about differences between hard and soft pencils because I just made a video about graphite pencils and just check it out if you missed it. I'll leave a link in the description. So the first tool I'm about to show you is far away my favorite. I think that I use this in all my past works. It's super easy to use, it's super cheap, and I'm talking about the Qtips. You probably already have it at home. If you don't, you can buy it almost everywhere. I just bought a pack of 200 Qtips for €2 and I swear that with 200 Qtips you can draw for years. Qtips are extremely useful to blend graphite and are extremely precise. Because of its size, you have 100% control on what you're doing, and the best movement to blend with a Qtip is circular. You may allow those circular movements close together to obtain a solid blend. As I already said, this is my favorite tool because you can focus on a small part of the work and blend it with accuracy without messing up everything. The second medium is a tissue. Probably you can already find it at home, and it's a nice tool to blend your medium, especially if you want to blend big areas. Remember, big areas require big tools to get blended, and small areas require small tools to get blended. You might say, oh yeah, what a great discovery, but I have seen this mistake a million times. In particular, I've seen a lot of people that try to blend big areas with a small tool. You can't do it because it's harder to keep smoothness if you are using a small tool on big areas. If you do that, you will probably make some mistakes. I'm not a big fan of tissues because in my hyper-realistic work I like to work in details and I feel I don't have the complete control on what I'm doing, so I don't really use it very often. But if you want to blend the big areas and keep everything smooth, it's probably the best tool you can use, definitely. Alright, third one are blending stumps. Same as the Qtip, are extremely precise, probably the most precise tool you can use for small details and for all the tiny areas that need to be blended. As I told before, just keep this tool for small areas and forget to use it for big ones or you will mess up the smoothness, definitely. You don't need to increase the percentage of mistakes by using a small tool in the big areas. Don't take that risk, just use a big one, use a big blender. Personally, I use this tool pretty frequently. I think it's very important if you know how to use it inside your work, especially to create rich textures and details instead of pure blending. The next tool I want to show you is a paintbrush. This one is a watercolor paintbrush, and I'm not really an expert about brushes because I don't paint, but I think that is a wrong one. But I'm not sure about it. If you know exactly how to code this particular brush, just let me know here in the comments section. I always use a paintbrush in my works. They can be used as a blender, as you can see, but I prefer to use them to create transitions between tones and to reduce a tonal value that seems too dark to me. In this example, the paintbrush can't completely blend the graphite on paper because this tool is too soft. That means that you always see a little bit of textures through the blending. So if you want to use brushes, just keep in mind that you must layer graphite properly and you must be super smooth with your strokes in the first step of the drawing. The last one is a makeup applicator. I just bought it on Amazon and I'll leave a link in the description. This is a pretty new tool even for me. I used just in one of my works and I was amazed by the smoothness that can be reached with it. It makes super soft blending because I think it removes graphite from the paper and spread it all over. But I also think that the makeup applicator works better if you're using graphite or charcoal powder, so I'll probably make a video about that, no worries. So I just finished the first row with graphite and all the blending tools. I think that I reached pretty good results with all the tools. The smoothest are the tissue, the makeup applicator and the Qtip. On the other hand, the roughest are the brush and the blending stumps. As a second medium, I choose charcoal. This is a Qtip 2B charcoal pencil. As I already told you, charcoal has a rough grains. It's far away more darker than graphite and the smudges are extremely easy. That means it will be much easier to blend, but will be harder to reach a smooth effect. I think you should use charcoal for the darkest part of your works, or if you want a little bit of textures. Now I'll go fast, I will apply all the blending tools and I will draw my conclusions. So as you can see, I achieved good blendings, but it's more rough compared to the graphite. Qtip, tissue and blending stumps can blend charcoal better because they are stronger than brush and the makeup applicator. The makeup applicator can't really break charcoal grains and spread it, so I think that it's better to use the first three tools if you work with charcoal, unless you want to obtain that textured effect. As a third medium, I choose the carbon pencil. This is a Qtip Pierre Noir 2B. In the last video, I explained the differences between carbon, charcoal and graphite. Carbon pencils produce a darker and warmer value compared to graphite pencils and can be blended more easily because of its composition. Now I will go fast again, I will apply all the blending tools and I will draw my conclusions. Okay, I just finished this row with a carbon and I think that the final effect is pretty similar to the charcoal, but it has been much easier and faster to blend it. Charcoal seems a little bit darker than the carbon, especially when you try to blend it with a brush. That's probably because the charcoal has a stronger and a bigger grains compared to the carbon. My suggestion is to use carbon if you are a beginner, because it will be much easier to handle it, and as long as you get some experience, try the charcoal. The best blenders for carbon are the Qtip, tissue and the blending stumps. The last but not the least medium is the Staedtler Mars Lumograph Black. I choose the HB from my set and I applied all the blendings. I'll go fast again for the last time and I will draw my conclusions. Okay, that's it. As you can see, the Lumograph Black seems like a mix of carbon and a graphite pencil. Its tone value is darker than graphite, but it's lighter compared to the carbon. It is not smooth as graphite, but it's not rough as carbon. In this experiment, I must admit that I prefer the tissue and the Qtip compared to the other tools because I feel the smoothness. Alright, the experiment is over. I hope this video will be helpful to understand that you should take few minutes before drawing to analyze the reference to choose which medium you'll use and which blending tools you'll apply into your work. The reference study is important as much as the drawing process. If you can figure out all the steps in your mind before you can actually draw it on paper, you'll be able to draw easily, faster and with less effort. That's the real point of this lesson, not the blending itself, but this. So leave a like if this video has been useful, and if you have any question, just let me know here in the comment section. I will be more than happy to answer it. Take care and see you next time, guys.